Hello YouTube, Ninja Midget here with a complete disassembly of the Tokarev TTC. This is the Romanian one. I've got mine from 1953 here. Shot this gun before. It's a great shooter. Shoots this little bullet here, which is a 7.62 necked down to a 25mm. So set that aside since we don't want to be playing with the ammo while we're messing with the gun and taking it apart. First things first, I've already taken the magazine out. Next, we want to go ahead and check. Make sure that the chamber's empty, which it is. And then the first thing we want to do to get started on this is we're going to go ahead and take a brass punch. And you can see all over here, this is just brass from when I've been tearing it down and putting it together, getting prepared for this video. That just comes right off. Okay, you want to punch this back, this bracket that's holding this in. You want to take it completely off. There we go, because that's also holding in your safety, and we're going to be taking that out as well. Okay, so what you want to do is slide back a little bit, and then that'll let you push up and start getting your extractor, your slide stop hold. Get that out. You want to make sure and hold a little bit of pressure on your slide, and then when you're pushing this forward, you let this go forward. Make sure you got a finger right here, or this will jump out on you. This spring, like this, wants to jump out on you. So pull that spring out, that main spring. Then you want to take your barrel bushing, turn it 180 degrees, and slide that out. Here's your barrel bushing. You want to make sure that this little link is moved down, and then you want to just go ahead and pull your barrel out. Okay, and then on the frame, what you want to do is go ahead and pull up and out. This is your hammer, sear, and disconnector assembly. And now that is the field strip of the Tokarev. From here you can go ahead and you can clean your barrel, you can clean this out real good, and oil everything up, and you're good to go. That of course is not the purpose of this video. I want to take this whole thing apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the slide. And now I've taken this apart, and the this pin right down in here, I cannot get that out, and I tried and tried and tried. Normally that will come out. I've seen a lot of videos. It'll come out through the top, but it looks like it's been kind of formed into the slide here. You can tell that there's a pin right there, but I've tried tapping it out pretty hard and it wouldn't come out. That's how you're going to get your extractor out, though. Now, to get your firing pin out, what you're going to want to do is take your 1/8 inch punch, and you want to get this started out. So you're going to give it a couple taps, and that'll get it started. And my 1/8 inch punch is really tight in here. So once I get it started, I'll grab my 1/16 inch and tap it out the rest of the way, because that 1/8 inch just really gets stuck in there. That just comes right out. In theory. There it is. Okay, so there's your little pin, your firing pin, and what you want to do is, as you pull this out, your firing pin is under spring tension, not a lot, but enough to shoot it out if you're not careful. Pull the pin out. There's your firing pin. There's your firing pin spring. There we go. So there's much of your slide. Now if you can get the extractor out on yours, drift it out toward the top. Okay, now let's go ahead and we're going to take the frame down. And for that, right inside of here, see if I can get a view of this, there is this little two-pronged piece here. And what you want to do is you want to get a flathead screwdriver, a small flathead screwdriver, push it over to the left. And then what you can do is pop off your grip on this side. The only thing you're going to need to do is you're going to tap this down this way to release it. And there you go. There's your grips. Okay. Now, what you're going to want to do next is you're going to take out your safety selector. So you're going to push from the other side, and you want to keep your hand over here because this detent that's in there wants to fly out on you. The detent with the spring. So you want to be careful of that. It's aiming toward the rear of the gun, and it may jump out on you. So you want to make sure and watch for that. Okay, now that you got your safety out, what you need to do is take the trigger out. You're going to put a little pressure on the back, slide it straight down, comes straight out like this. And there's your trigger. Okay, now this spring, on some models I've seen it come out. On mine it's pretty much captured in there. The pin is pressed in, it looks like, so I don't think that's going to be going anywhere. Next thing you want to do is you want to take out your mag release. Now this one was confusing for me because I'm used to 1911s, and 1911s have a screw down in here, and what you do is you push up and rotate the screw around until it clicks, and then it'll come out. The whole thing will come out through the other side. This is not that kind of mechanism. This is actually a pin that's been split in two. So these two pieces want to go out like this. So it's kind of a spring that maintains this in here. And the way you get it out is you want to take a punch. This is a 1/8 punch, I believe. 5/32. That's a 5/32. So you want to take it and just give it a good sharp rap, and that gets it started. From there, it's easy enough to just take a smaller punch and push it all the way out, and it comes out pretty easy, just like that. And you'll have this side, which has the spring, and then there's this other side, which goes on the other side of the gun. So there's that. There's your mag release, and that's everything on your frame. Everything on your frame that you need to take off. Now, the last bit that we're going to do is we're going to take apart our sear disconnector and hammer assembly. So the first thing you want to do, because it's going to be in the back position, is you want to push down on your hammer. Make sure your finger's here, and you're going to push back on this back part here is the sear. Push back on that. That's going to let your hammer forward. You don't want much spring tension on that. So first thing you're going to do is push out this pin. This is the pin for your, there it is, the pin for your disconnector and your sear. Take that out, and it'll come straight out like this. There's your sear. There's your disconnector. Now for the hammer, you want to be careful with this. This is, even though we've put it in the forward position, it's still under a good deal of spring tension. So you want to hold it like this in your hand. Push that pin out. Then you want to slowly let that go. And that pin will come out. There's your hammer pin. And then here's your hammer and your hammer spring. And that is it. That is the complete disassembly of the Tokarev, the Romanian Tokarev TTC. Pretty straightforward and simple. You can definitely see a lot of the John Browning designs in here with how much it kind of functions like a 1911. Certain aspects of it. Pretty unique gun. Lots of fun to shoot. And it comes down pretty easy once you've done it a couple times. And in getting prepared for this video, I've put it together and tore it apart about 4 or 5 times now. So once you've done it a few times, it's really simple. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. With the complete teardown, a complete disassembly of the Romanian Tokarev TTC. Tokarev, dumb. Tokarev.
I knew it.